and you're about to go deeper with yourself. Whereas in the past, you were actually staying connected deeply to your family. And part of your connection to your family was actually your survival to losing Atlantis and home and everything. You've been gripping to your family because you've been afraid of losing your emotional security.
Good morning and welcome now to Wednesday. Well, today will be sunny, very passionate with a chance of personal drama. They say the devil's in the details. Well, the sun now is in Virgo and you might be feeling mowed over. From my smartphone to yours, keep streaming for your Wednesday Namaste today. Welcome to Namaste Today, a self-soothing way to start your day. I'm your host and spiritual life coach, Christopher Witecki. I work personally in the modality of psychic astrology, numerology, and sacred geometry, actually, to be fully honest. And I'm on a personal mission here to help raise the vibration on Earth and help other people who walk in the light with their clients and raise their vibration. Namaste, my friend. Welcome now to Wednesday. Well, today might be extremely moody. That's the easy way to put it. You're going to feel probably very much like a whiner. You're going to want to whine. Your emotions are screaming out. And what it is that you are hyper aware of certain details now. Certain details of your life are coming into clarity, and this is causing an emotional reaction. So today, Sensei will give you some tips on how to stay on track when things get emotional. But first, let's take a look ahead at your 5-day zodiac weather. This zodiac weather is for Wednesday, August 24th, 2016. Looking ahead at the 5-day moodcast. Tomorrow is going to be cloudy with a real chance of some cattiness. Meow. Friday, though, it'll be sunny and rather optimistic. And Saturday is the first breakdown of the Virgo season. I'm predicting showers with a chance of storms. But today, it is sunny and quite passionate. In fact, you might want to batten down the hatches, Captain. The tides are high today. Now, the Great Human Walk has reached Step 2 Virgo today. That means our ruling channel is Channel 2, I feel. And that means the ruling planet is the moon. So, our emotional focus today is manifesting abundance. The moon is in Act 3 of Taurus, so our feelings are literally creating things and people and deals, everything like that. And our mind is full steam ahead. Mercury is at Step 27 Virgo, and Mercury is still conjuncting Jupiter. So your smartass, your mind, is probably getting pulled in 3 places at once today, and at the same time, you're emotional about every detail. In your Megascope, I'll give you some tips on how to stay on emotional focus. But first, steep yourself some tea, and let's have our daily tea time. Hello, my friend, and welcome to our tea time. Today's tea time topic is self-compassion is the key to harvest. And it's harvest time. The sun is in Virgo. We're harvesting lots of details. And one of the things that happens in Virgo due to Virgo consciousness is that you get attached to outcome. All right? And attached to outcome is everyone has this Virgo vision that they see of perfection. Everyone's living up to their own Virgo vision of perfection. And you know, in a young Virgo or in a wrongly managed human being, that Virgo vision can become Virgo vicious, okay? And what we want to do is make it Virgolicious. We want to enjoy the whole process and avoid the vicious of Virgo. Now, today's one of those days, looking at the AIT, that you know, we could slip into that Virgo vicious part of ourself, and the remedy is self-compassion. The truth is, the best way to harvest anything, okay, harvest meaning allow something to grow, allow something to be harvested and taken the way you want, is through the whole process to be self-compassionate. In fact, I have a personal belief that one should not actually judge or analyze the product until it's done. You had your vision, now set out and build it, and in the process of building it, okay, we must be self-compassionate in the whole process. Self-compassionate means, in the simplest sense, okay, that we listen to our every need in every moment, and we just are there for ourselves in the simplest sense. Now, I learned this in my personal life when I was recovering from like 3 different hospital stays. I mean, by the third time I've been hospitalized and was released, I had gotten recovery down to a science. And what I had learned, even in the process of in healing in the hospital, was 100% self-compassion. So, do I need to use the restroom? If I do I need help getting to the restroom? Will it make me feel bad? What should I think about after? I mean, literally, when you're recovering from something, you're literally trying to make it, to the simplest things, like eating and sleeping and being comfortable. And so it showed me that I knew that, from what's sad is that it took me being sick for me to actually realize that I need to be more compassionate to myself. And it took me being sick 3 times and recovering 3 times for me to go finally the 3rd time, after I recover this time, I don't think I'm going to stop this self-compassion. I think I'm going to keep it. I think I'm going to constantly just always be by my side and treat myself as someone in recovery and look at myself gently and give myself time and have no judgment over myself. Now, truthfully, that's my intended tone. But in times like Virgo, I get crazy too, and I get all wigged out over details and attached to outcome and all the same things that everyone does. And I have to constantly say, it's okay. And it is okay. When it comes to building, creating, making what you want to have happen, really the way to get the best out of everyone is to be compassionate to yourself. Really. Because if you're knowing that you're tired, then they're tired. And if you pushed yourself, they might feel pushed. The more you're sensitive to yourself, the more you prevent ever from being a tyrant, you actually become incredibly more compassionate. So for those who are in the compassion business and who want to sit down and be compassionate to others, I'm actually telling you too, this is my final tip to self-compassion is the key, that by being compassionate to yourself first, you'll be double compassionate to your constituents and the people that you reach out to. So in this time of Virgo, self-compassion is the key. I literally recommend that you be very compassionate to yourself for the next 30 straight days and that you do it every day. Like, all right, well, if this is tough, then I'm just not going to make myself do it. If it's this hard on me, well, then why put myself through that? And really just be there with yourself. Now, what's going to happen, in my opinion, is the best of you will come forward. When you just sit back and allow yourself to be who you really are, the best of you will come forward. And that's God's formula, not Sensei's. All right, with that, let's take a sip of our tea and 3 breaths. And I'm going to come back and give you a little bit of what I call a megascope. This is channel advice from my higher self and the planets for you beginning this very passionate day of Virgo. Okay, so, and Spirit tells me it's Mars and Jupiter, yes. Today, Mercury is conjuncting Jupiter, and so your mind should see the big picture and kind of have an idea of the big picture. And I suppose the big picture is that Virgo vision that, can become Virgo vicious if you're not careful, all right? So we all want to have that Virgo vision of where we're going, but then I think we want to be compassionate to ourselves. And that's actually the next thing Spirit points out is Mars is conjuncting Saturn in Sagittarius right now. And that literally is where it's time to practice what you preach, period. Mars conjuncting Saturn. So live by your beliefs in the moment. Now, part of the practicing what you preach is because you're a pilgrim and you are starting a new life based on a new philosophy. And you need to know, as a pilgrim, why you have set out and what your belief is. So, and you should, to keep yourself from ending up as an emperor with no clothes, you should always make sure that you are living by your belief at this time. especially as we create and harvest a new reality or the new stage in Virgo. And I think that this, what we're doing in the next 30 days is building the stage. This is the stage. This is the life. This is the setting that the story you were born to live will be played on. Okay, so many, many, many interesting, fun things. And this is only the stage because the play doesn't begin really, I don't think, until Jupiter moves into Libra. We'll talk more about that later. But first, I want to give you some steps to take away, some things to help you stay on course. Stay on course. So when the details start frazzling you, how do you stay on course? Step 1, ask yourself, do you feel okay? Okay? Before you walk out the door, before you deal with your life, do you feel okay? Are you 100%? And if you're not 100%, well then right off the bat, if let's say you're 80%, well then it's like, okay, then you must be 20% to yourself compassionate. Like that's it. Like 20% of the time, you tell yourself, I don't care. You're not even at 100% yet. All right? Step 2, feel to yourself what should be done today. What should be done now? What needs to be done? And feel it. Feel what needs to be done. You have your Virgo list, but feel what you should do on the list. Step 3, what matters most? What matters most? So if you're stuck between two things, the one you love most. Don't tell those kids. Okay, don't tell them. But choose the one you love most. That's also a picking device of staying on course. All right, friends, for those who are watching over my personal Sensei service, today I'm going to give you in your daily Zen, helping you to keep a mastermind. How do you keep a mastermind and how do you not lose your mastermind? Mercury on Jupiter to me says that might be an issue, so I'm going to help you. And your eye candy, we have the Sun versus opposing Neptune right now, and I'm going to talk about where you are in this faith versus reality transit in your life. Sun opposing Neptune. That's at 3 o'clock, eye candy. For those who are watching on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. I thank you ahead of time. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at CWateki. And if you'd like to know more about the bright star you really are, come on down to SeriousJoy.tv. I have a personal digital Sensei service using a technology I call artificial intuition, and I am having a reading sale right now where I can help you one-on-one. Either way, SeriousJoy.tv. Okay, friend, it is such a pleasure to be of soul service. Try not to sweat the small stuff today, kiddo. I know you'll want to. Remember, I love you, and live, love, be.
SoulGardenTV.